This ABC 15 flash briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hi, I'm Nick Saletti here with your afternoon update from ABC15 Arizona. Phoenix police are investigating a deadly officer-involved shooting. This one happened this morning near the Arizona Grand Resort. Police say officers tried to stop a vehicle near 48th Street and Baseline, and that's when the pursuit began. It ended on the resort property. Now, at some point, the suspect reportedly pulled out a gun and a struggle began with officers. The suspect was shot and died at the scene. The officers were wearing body cameras. The Arizona Department of Health Services releasing Tuesday's coronavirus figures. The state reporting more than 8,500 new COVID cases and sadly another 335 deaths attributed to COVID-19. We know that 10,482 Arizonans have lost their lives to this virus. The vaccination effort now underway at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The first people starting getting their shots at midnight. Group 1B now eligible to sign up for an appointment. So this includes members of law enforcement and teachers and anyone 75 and older. You can schedule an appointment online. That website is podvaccine.azdhs.gov. We have a link on our website as well. The University of Arizona is planning on vaccinating educators and staff as some classes go back to in-person. Those receiving the vaccine include cleaning crews who go to areas where exposure may have occurred. Students who have traveled during the winter break are asked to isolate for 1 week. How long does the vaccine last? Moderna announcing immunity should last at least a year. The company is testing the vaccine against other strains of the virus. It plans to deliver up to 1 billion doses this year. There are a lot of things that are making it difficult to navigate this pandemic, but for some, it could be a roommate's behavior. Sharing a space is already complicated, but if your roommate is taking part in things that maybe could put your own health at risk, things get even tougher. So this can be anything from bringing over people who aren't in your household to simply not wearing a mask when they go out and do things, or maybe not cleaning up shared spaces. Therapists say now is not the moment to compromise on your health.
Say, hey, this is uncomfortable for me. This is not something that I would have wanted or would have thought to discuss 2 years ago, but we do have to talk about it now because the reality of the world is that we have this COVID pandemic and we all want to be safe.
That's good advice. Other therapists suggest that you should have this talk during the day when your roommate is less likely to be tired and burned out. Make sure the conversation is face-to-face. Tone and emotions can be lost over email or text. I've learned that the hard way. You should not only communicate about what you're comfortable with, but also be willing to make some changes yourself. I want to switch gears right now. Suicide is a growing epidemic in Arizona among young people. And tonight we want to highlight this issue. We're airing a student-produced documentary by the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism at ASU. It's called Life Is, and it features the state's leading psychologists and educators looking at the causes and solutions. So we hope you will join us for this special program tonight at 6:30. Data from Edmonds shows that Americans are shelling out more money than ever on new cars, with prices soaring even in the middle of a pandemic. The average price of a new vehicle is at a record high, surpassing $40,000 last year. It's a lot. Drivers are ditching the passenger cars and they want SUVs and pickup trucks. Spring training is just around the corner, and the Major League Baseball organization expected to allow a full 162-game schedule. According to reports, the Players Association was against delaying the schedule and wanted 100% of its salary. It's a good week to play the lotto. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is worth $615 million, and the top prize for tomorrow's Powerball drawing has reached $550 million. Good luck.
Time now for that most accurate forecast. I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosillo. Temperatures today a little cooler than yesterday. We'll reach a high of 65 in Phoenix, but then tomorrow we kick off a warm-up. We're talking highs in the upper 60s tomorrow, then mid-70s for Thursday and Friday. As the new data comes in, it looks like we're backing away from those 80s. So remember, our first average 80-degree day happens February 3rd. We were initially thinking we'd be close to it on Friday, but again, as the new data comes in, looks like we're going to back away a little bit into the mid-70s Friday, though. Still warmer, that's for sure. We've got a disturbance sitting to our east and then high pressure building to our west, and that's what's going to send those temperatures up. The storm track stays north of our state up until the weekend. A disturbance will move through the Four Corners. It'll help drop those temperatures a few degrees, but at this point still not seeing any rain or any really good snow chances across northern Arizona either. So our dry stretch does continue. The next few days, the mornings will continue to be pretty cold as the afternoons warm into the mid 60s today, then upper 60s tomorrow before we see the 70s kick in.
Another update tonight. Until then, get the latest news, weather and traffic at ABC15.com or by downloading our free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.